Hello, YouTube. We are back. Let's see how far we can go with these quests. If songs had wings. Ah, hero, you come at a good time. I have a query for you. As you know, I'm descended from Ratoshki, Toskar, the girl dragon, and like her, I wish to fill the skies with beauteous songs. If I'm to do this, I must know historical events as if I've lived them. To that end, I would meet the great person who put an end to the Dragon Song War. Do you know where I might find this individual? It's me. What? You are that great person? All this time I thought Hero was your name. In any case, this makes things simpler. I want you to show me the key places where the war unfolded and tell me the tales about them. Lest you worry, I have Francel's permission to go to the city proper so long as I have company. So without further ado, let's begin with a visit to the vault. Not the vault. I don't want to go to the vault. I have, like, PTSD from the vault. We're being watched. I guess. Oh! There's something else I want to do while we're here. I did a few of them because once you get max, you don't get any more. But since I spent so long here, I had like a bunch of them. So we'll see if we get anything. Nick. Oh, that's what we need to use to get the specialist abilities. I've honestly only recently won. I never would get this, but I recently won the top a couple times. I just stated it's complete luck, so I didn't even try. I just literally. Oh hey, we won the casual one. That's cool. That's just. Oh, we could have won it in 2 different spots. Until recently, I've never won the crown. Shit. I don't think I ever won a crown on my main character. And she did this a lot. Use the item to acquire the calamari minion. Or is it a trap? Uncle Armchair. I've seen the crown show up in these, obviously. Honestly, I'd rather have a chance of getting the. I'd rather have the chance of getting the emote. Hey, let's go. Another minion. That's it, right? That's all we had, yeah. Let's see, we have whatever this is. Currently in training as a culinarian. and looks the part. And then Clockwork Borrow. Also, let's see how the outfit looks actually on a. Honestly, I could see us using this outfit. I can so see us using this outfit actually. I'll keep it in the chest right now because I don't have the glamour crystals on me. But yeah, I can so see us using this. Maybe as even our crafter outfit. And it's just like a pair of shorts. That could be something too. She's been trucking in here doing stuff. That's her again, who we saw in the last video. I've happened to see her quite a bit in here lately. We keep running into each other, but I'm normally on my other character, not my recording character. Wait, what is... Making of a market? Oh, there's another quest apparently in there as well. Is it... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's a vigil that's the closest. So this is the vault, where the most wicked of men once resided. Vinofnir told us of the time she rescued a child who was thrown off the top. And doubtless these walls have witnessed much and more. But what about you? Do you have tales of your own about this place? I have faced powerful foes here. I lost a dear friend here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Long as we dragons live, we form the strongest of bonds with others. But by the same token, it makes us feel the pain of loss very keenly. Yet while some would fall into despair, you made the loss your strength and forged on. Yes, as befits a hero. Right, that will do for the vault. Next, let us head to the place called Falcon's Nest. I would see the famous relief betokening peace between man and dragon. Okay. And yet, we're watched again! So, the dragon wishes to learn about Ishgard. You gonna let me actually in? I was gonna say, you're gonna like... I was just about to be like, did I get stuck in the endless loop? I've had it where I've been stuck on a loading screen before and I had to like force myself to travel so it would reset my character before. Really weird. I think it's because this server maybe is so jam-packed with people. So that is the relief. I've seen the artworks of men before, but I find it such a peculiar way to express one's feelings. Still, you can't be faulted for your artistry. But grand as it looks, the scent of sadness clings to it, the scent of blood, Vanofnir's and others. Whenever there is a tragedy, our hearts can't help but be drawn to it. In this, it seems our kinds are the same. Now then, have you noticed that we are being followed? I know not this person's intent, but let us return to the firmament for now. Run away! I like how he didn't just keep hiding there, he just fucking belted away. Like, technically speaking, you could have stayed hidden and I maybe wouldn't have seen you. but, but you straight up just, like, pieced the fuck out. Like, no, they see me. Where's the other? Smack in the middle. That's the thing about this, is a lot of the stuff leads to unlocking other stuff, and I don't remember everything to unlock this. But yeah. I'm curious, I can't remember if this is a 70 or 60 quest. No more suspicious people about. Good. My thanks for acting as my guide. I feel as though I have a better understanding of the war now. Of course. Of course, this is just the beginning. If my songs are to be resplendent as Ratotoshker, or however you say the fuck you say your name, I must learn more about men and their culture. I would be glad to assist if it pleases you. That scent. You're the one who was following us. If you mean us harm, be warned that this woman is a hero. Oh, no, I wouldn't imagine doing you ill. My name is Hadliong. uh, Ever since I read Lord Edmund's memoirs, I wanted to befriend a dragon. But I didn't have the slightest inkling how to go about it. So when I saw you with the Savior of Isgard, on the spur of the moment, I decided to follow. You see, it's my dream to become a writer. Not just any writer, but one who chronicles this new age of peace between man and dragon. So please, won't you allow me to assist you? Well now, how very commendable. I wholeheartedly approve of your endeavor, and I see no reason to refuse you. Yes, we can teach each other the ways of our kind, and if you prove yourself useful, I shall credit you in my songs. Thank you. An unexpected but welcome development. I shall remain here and speak further with our new friend, but I hope to hear more of your tales again. Crafter my crafter. Fuck, it's a level 70, okay. Let to be 70, get this. If you couldn't guess, this is one of the weekly people. That's why I was working so hard to unlock it. I was hoping to be able to unlock it, and it was a lower one. I can't remember. Actually, let me look real quick. Custom delivery. I'm just curious if I could manage to get anyone unlocked before tonight. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's wild. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to be able to. The next one in level, we would have to get to level 70. Because the next one that actually released is in Stormblood. And to do it, we have to actually get past base game Stormblood for the next like lower level one. We also need to do a series of side quests for that one. Stormblood has to be completed to unlock the guy next to Zoel. Yeah, okay. And then these are not in expansions I've touched. But that is actually kind of fucking hilarious. So yeah, we're not going to be able to unlock anybody else, but let us go about it. Because yeah, Alto and the other one that's in the firmament are both 70. But ironically, the one at the end of Stormblood is 60, and it looks like it's the second crafter, which is funny because I don't even have that crafter unlocked on my healer yet, because I just today did the quest that apparently will allow it to show up. So that is so fucking hilarious. Actually, we might be, we'd have to do a lot. But I could see us unlocking, if we got past our current main story, I could see us unlocking this specific one early. Damn, so the level 70 in Shadowbringer is technically behind these two and like having been released. Like it's when I'm looking at it on the Wikipedia here, they're saying how they've been released to which patches. And like Zoel was released in patch 3.5. The one in Stormblood is released in 4.1. However, Alto was released in 5.3, but Shadowbringer's custom delivery person is released in 5.1. So Alto and the other one are released much, much later. Like way later. That's wild. Like absolutely wild. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get anything else this week, but let's progress this. And I'll probably have Goldsmith up to 70 by the end of this coming week. So we should be able to start working on Alto and them. But if that's the case, I think I want to wait with the rest of the firmament until we level up our crafter. So let's unlock the other classes. That's something I want to get done as well. And there's 2 classes in Ishgard that we can unlock. What other classes do we have? I think the dancer is 60, so I think we'll be able to get the dancer. So I think we can get these 2. We need to finish the blue mage one. Because I think I already picked it up. We can get these 2 and then Australia, so... Yeah, we're still going to be missing a couple of the combat classes, but... Let's see, is it here? Well, that one's here. So let's go over here. How's our armory chest looking? Okay. We haven't been jamming pack random shit in there too much, so. I'm gonna collect them all so we can so I can level them. My prospectrometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are the outsider who helped save Ishgard? Ah, I thought as much. My prospectrometer seldom lies, and let me just say, you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to the Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons for slaying dragon invaders, but we are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us in exploring the machinist discipline? Yeah, sure. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. Ah, in my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stefanovian D. Hale. And you are? Lily Lovecraft. Lily Lovecraft, the adventurer. Lily, is it? Well, Lily, allow me to welcome you once more to Sky Steel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, 'tis our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. Future lies in machinistry, a technology that weighs the genius of Master Garlean's Magitech with traditional ethereology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hands of the trained machinist, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? I guess. Just give me the gun and let me shoot. Splendid. Now, the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where the hell is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here, I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with equipment necessary to learn the basic marksmanship, and I might explain to you the particulars of the machinist's profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, me lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man! We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be. But me lordship, we ain't even sure of where to start looking. You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of La Nocia. Ah yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. La Nocia, me lordship. Are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place where folk will clout you across the face as soon as look at you. Aye, well, I must admit to little familiarity with its environs. Hark, Joy, the prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist, we shall have the worldly Lily here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of La Nocia must be akin to a garden path, is that not so? Aye, 'tis but a garden path. You see, Joy? My prospectometer never steers me away. You will consent to guide us then, Lily. And 'tis settled. This fucking machine is so fucking loud on my ear. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to House Hale, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt to La Nocia. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. What do you gotta say, Joy? House Hale gave me work as a maid, but his lordship insisted I try me hand at being a machinist. Okay, before... Like, bro, that machine, if I had to sit in that room all day, that would fucking give me a headache, bro. Not telling me where quests are. Before I leave Ishgard, I want to pick up the other two classes. Because I think the one ends in... I think this is it. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. So you didn't see that trial earlier? You're lost. Here you take me, the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. The blade was so big. Had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that temple knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell. This bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. So, as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body, but when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous are not so easily cowed. Helion, be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when the temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those... Well, it matters not. I heard the temple knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It will be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. Wait, is this the... Yeah, what's your sign? Oh, this is you. Jenna Quinard, or whatever. Greetings, and welcome to the Athenaeum Astrologicum? I don't know if that's even correct. Perhaps you were drawn by fate to this place of learning, or perhaps you wish to know more of fate itself. You wish to know more of fate? Yeah, sure. Then you were wise to come hither, for in the stars are written the fates of every woman and man on Hydaelyn. It was there in the stars that I read a woman would call upon the Athenaeum, whatever, this very day. A woman who would play an important role in my own life. But my apologies. Even the most skilled reader cannot spur a name from the heaven. Would you be so kind as to give me yours, so that I might know who it is to be my newest protege? Your name and become his protege, Cheshire. Lily. Well, I was not expecting that. But what is a name but an attempt by our begetters to wield power over the lives of their sons and daughters, lives whose paths have already been foretold, in a sense, that is. My name is Jenna Quinard de Durandier, and I am an astrologian for the Holy See. Remember that name, for it shall echo forevermore in the annals of Ishgardian history. Well, it will once we put it there. Just give me the quest, motherfucker. Now, where to begin? I suppose I could consult my divining deck for an answer, but that would be too easy now, wouldn't it? Very well, at the beginning it is. Astrology, or the reading of the stars, is a branch of astrological science which originated in distant Charlian. There have been I have so much trouble figuring out how you say this race, or this class. So, yeah, have fun with it. In Ishgard for thousands of years, but it wasn't until 3 centuries ago when Adanel the Younger learned that the movement of the stars could also be used to foresee the movements of the Dravinian horde that the field became more popular. Since then, what was once a single science has bifurcated into 2 similar yet ultimately different schools of learning, the Charlian school of astrology and the Ishgardian school. The former placing a focus on tapping celestial ether and transforming it into beneficial magics or astromancy, the later specializing solely in determining the actions of our dragon enemies to the north. I am a student of the former, the only student of the former here in Ishgard, and have been actively seeking a partner with whom to conduct my research. Let us just say that my fellow astrologians here have been less than approving of my path. That is simply because they are afraid of what they do not know. Once they do know of how Charlean astrology can benefit the sea and its soldiers, they will feel foolish for ever having doubted me. Ah, us. You will be joining me, will you not? Walking the path that has been laid out before you, instead of stubbornly denying your fate, postponing the inevitable. I see you wasted no time making your decision. Like I always say, the stars are never wrong. Alas, even a lifetime of study and training cannot unlock all the secrets written in those stars. Myself, I have been a student of the astromantic arts for more summers than I can count, and I shall oft misread this signs shown to me in the skies, though my readings are far more accurate now than they were when I attended the Athenaeum in Charlean. Not the Charlean, mind you, the colony that once thrived in the Dravinian hinterland. I can recall my time there like it was but yesterday. The first 6 moons, I was not even allowed to touch the deck of 60, let alone conduct a reading with the major arcana. Most of my time was spent in the scriptorium, transcribing old tomes and astrological fundamentals such as the 6 elemental houses, divine duplicity, class triplicity, house modality, and polarity. I don't know. Dignity versus detriment. I have hoarded the task and would tirelessly pester my instructors as to when I might actually be granted the opportunity to weave a spell or perform a reading. It wasn't until the end of the 6th moon that I realized all that transcribing had prepared me with the essential I would need to do those very things. The positions of these celestial bodies within the 6 elemental houses, and their relations to the major and minor arcana of the deck of 60, therein lie the secrets to tapping the ethereal power locked in the heavens. And soon you too will become privy to these secrets. But not this day, no. I would not have you transcribe musty old tomes, like I was once forced to do. No, the task I have for you is much more interesting. You see, I am expecting the arrival of a very important guest. My old mentor of the studium has agreed to make the journey from the old world to Ishgard, and speak with the Holy See regarding the implementation of Charlean astrological techniques in the city-state and defense. Alas, the professor and his party are now fully 7 days late in arriving, and I have begun to worry for their safety. I should be very much obliged, therefore, if you would inquire of the other astrologians here at the Athenaeum if they have heard aught. Have you heard aught? Why would Lord Jennifer think I had information on the whereabouts of a handful of unbelievers from across the blood-brine sea? I'm an astrologian, not a fortune teller. I cannot simply look to the stars and scry the location of the Viscount's guests. Unless his guests are dragons, that is. I suppose if anyone knew aught, it would be the observatorium. We at the Athenaeum are but students dedicated to research. Those with any influence in our field are assigned to the astroscope. Let me guess, the good Lord Jennifer said he saw you in a vision, and that stars told him that you were to study Charlean astrology with him. And am I close? You must be the 100th of his little pets to pester me this week alone. I harbor no ill will towards ignorant unbelievers, unlucky enough to find themselves caught up in talk of stars and fortunes, but you may tell that sorry excuse for an astrology for the umpteenth time that I have heard naught concerning his imaginary friends from a faraway Charlean. Just do not tell the Viscount I called him a sorry excuse for an astrologian, alright? Nah. You fucked up. I'm gonna tell him. Unicron is still waiting for word on his missing Charlians. Instead of actually making an effort to find them, is he? Of course he is. Is it any wonder that in nearly 15 years since his return from Charlian, his skill in astromancy has remained unchanged? Any wonder that he has never excuse me, managed to convince a single peer of value of the Charlian skull? He is a privileged little sprat who spends more time gazing at the stars in young maidens' eyes than actually trying to read the ones above his head. Oh, that's funny. Alright. You tell the poor man I just returned from the observatory, man. One night at the feasting hall, happened to overhear Chief Australian Forliamort, however you say the name, speaking with one of his aides regarding Charlian. He was visibly upset, and I wasn't about to risk my career over something I cared little about, so I merely put my head down and ate my beet soup. But that is all I know, and you do not hear it from me. You had an interesting group here. Master Forlimut, and I thought this day could not get any worse. Oh no. I'm not suggesting that meeting you in any way has been unfortunate. It just, it may not be in our best interest to be seen together as of yet. There are certain people in the sea who do not approve of my studies. Couple that with the fact that you are an outsider and unbeliever, and well, people may come to the wrong conclusions. We must act with caution until we can prove that our intentions are just and for the good of all Ishgard, so I must ask you to travel to the observatorium alone and meet me there. Okay, so we have his out. Let's go to the broom, because that's where the body was dumped. For the Dark Knight. We're at least doing all 3 of these first missions, so we can unlock them proper. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. Mayhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No. No more. Enough! Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see, Lily? Lily! I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way. And no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that. Shame the pompous ass got the better of me. But, how about you? You touched it, yes? Think that couldn't have been good. Or couldn't have felt good. I heard voices. A voice, eh? And a rather distressed one, besides. Please, someone! Anyone! What? I'm a warrior. Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you. What's growing within you. before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however, and well, it might hurt. So go ahead, ask me to teach you, ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Okay, but we getting to save who needs help. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal your crystal. Go on and take them. You'll need them soon enough. Dark Knight unlocked. I'm Nikki. I need to adjust this. Foot gauge. Yeah, let's put it in simple. Can't see it. Is simple just not visible? Apparently simple is just not visible. So let's not keep it. Cause that's how you can tell you're. I mean, you can tell on the other two, but that's how you can tell a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's do this mission. See if I can do it, cause I don't remember. I've done the Dark Knight missions up to like level 50, I think. Anyway, teach me. Let's save the woman. Well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right. Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, the strength comes at a cost. It is but one sacrifice, though, and justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the Hopwan, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold which we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear and become who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Yeah, while I'm thinking about it, let's create a new one. Okay, we still have that on. Then that doesn't matter anymore. Neither does that. I'm a-coming. Hey-ya! Hey-ya! Here we are. Go and ask her what's wrong. What's wrong? Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there, and I know there's no excuse. That's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at a temple night, and I tried to stop her. I did. But then he said she had to come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry, I mean, maybe he would. He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. No, no, no! There has to be another way. Ishgardian justice. You might spare the girl, you know? Leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything is going to be alright, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Obviously, as you can tell, this is before, we've freed Ishgard of their Ishgardian justice kind of thing. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley. They've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well... So that leaves the tribunal. If the girl's still alive, I imagine they'll make all manners of threats. Come any closer and she dies, and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her, we're here for you. Once they understand this means nothing to us, they'll attack us to flee. Or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. You've learned all the Dark Knight traits and actions to level 30. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the actions and traits, yeah. I don't remember. It's not what I thought it was. Invalid target, that has to be a target. That's be a target. Do I not have my... Oh, there we go. That's my AoE. I was like, I know I have an AoE. I just don't remember which one it is. You don't touch a granddaughter. I'll deal with you, motherfuckers. Trying to like organize the same skills, like Rampart and all that, in the same kind of location. So if I'm trying to provoke, I know where to go with it. Same with let's that. That's the wait. That was the AoE one. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hand. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your darkness to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of our soul makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much, too quickly, and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, Lily. The first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah, yes. I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. I was pretty sure that the Dark Knight one is within here. Ooh, who are you? Another highborn arrives? Or another highborn ass? Damn it, girl. You're only making it worse for yourself. The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong. Why are the pretty ones always so daft? I'd a gill for every time I had to kill an unrepentant bastard like you. But what the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Enough of this. With me, girl, now. One more word of protest and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile. Surrender or die. Funny, I was about to say the same thing. So that's the third combo, so let's get this over here. And that one heals. Okay. Bring everyone! She's gone mad! Reinforcements, eh? Looks like we'll have to even the odds. Search your soul for the darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes! Do you see, Lily? The flames beckon. Just so, as it burns hotter, so true does your strength. And the drink not too deep. The pain manifests as a new flame. Darkness swells within you. If I remember right, we deal more damage the less health we have, or something like that. Like, it's literally like a Russian roulette kind of class. Where's we going? Here. In here. Up here, indeed. More darkness. More. What is this darkness even doing? Damage dealt is increased while damage taken is weakened. Okay. Any more? Let the girl go. All this for a base-born bitch? Do you know what you're doing? I do. I'm killing you and anyone else who gets in my way. My darkness buff again. Your turn, because you're gonna keep healing. I did not see you, healer. The next knight who bears steel, I'm not going to kill him. But I'm going to kill his wife, his friends, and burn his goddamn house down. Just thank you. Those of you who yet live, remember this horror and know that should you speak of it, it shall be visited upon you again 100-fold. Well done, hero. I think the fair maiden wants to have a word. I don't know what to say, miss. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something and... What? No one screamed your name? My grandmother called out. Just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I ought to say that I'm sorry for what I did. But I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Helion bless you for what you did. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange, maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. You tapped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be free. As your understanding of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You have done well, far better than I could have hoped, in fact, but there is still so much more to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, Lily. The risks will only increase. So if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? I don't know. I can. Good. What's a promise? Circumstances being what they are, it might be best if we parted ways for a while. Think of it as an opportunity to hone your skills in my absence. But don't worry, we'll meet again when the time is right. I'll be waiting where we first met. Next Dark Knight quest will be available from Frey upon reaching level 35. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Darkside gauge. I need to move that motherfucker. It's just as big as the other one. Here. Okay. Got that done. Let us finish unlocking the machinist. Ugh, what a stench. I think I'm going to be sick. So this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout a man in the face in place of, how do you do? Shall we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. Look later, Ishgard. Aye, there was a stranger come about, asking after one of our lads. Told them the sorry sod I be looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. Hmm? You mean that big Rogadin bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say ow. Aye, I've seen him alright. Got himself a cold reception, too. Can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old, and just expect to be forgiven. Talking about the stench, yeah. How fared your interrogation? Your interrogations? 'Twould seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let's investigate this infirmary, then. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory, and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ishgardians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you our worst shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now. Rostnastal? Rost? That's what I'm gonna just say, Rost. Think of the future. Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. You shite-eating bastard! Next time I'll aim for the shaft twixt your thighs. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting, and spitting colorful profanity besides. I, lass learned me lessons well. Well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no. Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Ross. Uh, sure. I kind of want to learn from her. She seemed to be quicker at the draw than him. Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me, rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you, the epitome of roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Because only pirate scum hold an firearm like this. And I ain't gonna teach the machinist way to no opeless, sausage-fingered venturer what ye dragged in off the street. Then you are saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her. Did you hear that, Lily? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. You've the look of a Lominsian adventurer about ye. Indeed, I am. Fine, Stephianian. I'll give ye your whelp one bloody chance. One lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of the Sky Steel Manufactory, nay, the very future of the machinistry, is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Can you stop saying I have sausage fingers? Also, this gun is the size of me. Oh, my axe is literally the size of my head, too. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Machinist unlocked. I think this is my old hotbar setup, so it's good. His lordship has such high hopes for the manufactory future. I'd hate to see him disappointed. You must persuade Ross to return to us. Let's go, bitch. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfortable only lasts right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right. Here's a few pointers before we start so you don't get put around through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target and squeeze the trigger. Not too bloody hard, mind. And boom goes the firearm. It's your shots what'll decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about that contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the ether in your body and turns it into the spark what'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do forget pray and blah blah. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of machinist. I based the design on the more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversion performed by the ethereal transformer. Ah, that would be the contraption Ross mentioned. Alright, that's all you're getting for now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. Them's your choices. Running, running, running. We're running over here. Actually, do we have to run up? Ash. Fuck running. Why am I running? Fly. Huh. Willing to take me test then, eh? The rules is simple. Make your way towards the Ermite's Oval and shoot what you're told to shoot. I shall await you at the end of your trial, Lily. I have every confidence that you shall impress... Motherfucker. Bitch, leave me alone. I wasn't trying to fight you. You're like way above my level. Asshole. Yes. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Right. We're gonna have us a good old-fashioned hunt. Joey will be giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Golems will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for the range and rhythm. Try to avoid them curs. You don't want to waste your ammunition. Stay put. Gotcha. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. I forgot that sprites are usually non-combative, so I always forget that these are. Did it actually change these? Is that the third part of the combo? Another bomb? 2 more bombs? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Damn Sprite. Bang bang. Pew pew pew. Not bad, lass. Not bad at all. Let's set you against some proper nasties, though, eh? Ross, ain't she done enough for a beginner? Not by a long shot. I want to see the skins of a pair of Miacids and a pair of tigers. You want her to fail. I ain't letting you cheat his lordship. If you're gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for those skins at the oval. Cheating scum! Come on, Lily. That skill just makes us go faster. You give it to your party in general. Oh, he's still there. He's still fucking booking it. Got him with that heavy. Damn it. He would have walked away. You can get close enough, you can tag him without going in. Sadly, they're further back than they usually are. The tiger! Come on, bitch. Oh, are we done? I guess we're done. Right, on to the Hermit's Hovel. You bring them skins then? There we go. Yeah, here are the skins, bitch. Even with young Joy's elf, you did well, lassie. Huzzah! You will return to the manufactory with us, then. I said she did well, not that we was done. You still got one last target to take down. Me! Lily's got talent, but even she can't win against Ross. The man truly is being bothersome, Lily. Would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing? Drubbing? Don't rush your shots. Breathe. Think. Fire. I'll rush whatever I want to rush. Good work, Lily. You can win this. Keep it up, Lily. He's on his last leg. Ring around the rosy. Pocket full of posy. Thrilling performance. You saved the manufactory. Well, there you are, instructor. Lily has proven her potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You're a man of your word, are you not? I'll come back to your bloody workshop, but do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? I ain't got no love for La Lucia. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw this place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sack of galt the size of me bloody head. I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor. So I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory. Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't never seen the saw before. But if I show me face at the workshop, his boss is gonna want the gelt back. I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no. You'll not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. I'm one of them, so you better do it. Well, you've got one bugger worth teaching, at least. I guess it's back into the frigid arms of Lady Ishgard for me. Was that wise, me lordship? The hail coffers ain't exactly fit to bursting. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, eh, me lordship? That you cannot, my dear. Ross may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Would that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Lily, you have exceeded me every expectation. Pray join me back at the manufactory, that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Okay, so he's got to go back there. I'm assuming the astrology will take me back there as well, so let's, before we get thanked by him, let's deal with this one. Also, I might go about unlocking the levies by my own time, because there really are just like most basic shit. Like you have an NPC that you have to beckon. I forget if I did the one that beckons. I think that's the first one you have unlocked. I'm not sure. Oh, it's this motherfucker. You never liked talking to me anyway. Ah, Lily, allow me to apologize again for not accompanying you here. As for our business with the chief astrologian, you may leave the talking to me. Ah, Gina Quinard. I might have known it would be you. Who else would be so indecent as to drag an outsider into this holy place of observation? You've always had an unhealthy obsession with the foreign. It is why you are as worthless to the Athenaeum now as you were when you returned from that heathen city a decade and a half since. But the stars, they can serve us in other ways than merely revealing when the horde will attack. Their powers can be tapped. The ether within can be used for... Ether should be left be. Has history taught you not about the folly of the Nymphians? Amadopori? The Maachi? Hayachi? Mine uncle, the Charlians have been wielding astromancy for ages without disrupting ethereal balance. This power, combined with the Ishgardian astrology, could be what is needed to turn the tide of this 1,000-year conflict. Moreover, I have reason to believe that our masters at the vault agree, as they have given me their blessing to continue my research. I did not come to trade barbs with you, Nuncle. Let us save that for another time. I am here because it has come to my attention that you may have information as to the whereabouts of a Professor Mace and his party of Charlian. For someone who says he is not here to trade barbs, you have been quite generous in your dealing of them today. If it means you will leave and allow me to return to my work, then I'd be more than happy to let you know what information found its way to my desk just yesterday morning. Serpent Reaver sightings and foul weather prevented the professor's ship from entering the Strait of Myrtle, where they would have made their way up the Maiden and into Kurthis. After detouring around the south of Vildraban, they finally disembarked at the Vesper Bay, where they took the land route along the Royal Algian Sunway to the Black Shroud. It is there, it seems, they lost their way. A lost astrologian. Ha! It is as my morning reading predicted. Dalamud was in detriment in the House of the Spire while ascending over the ecliptic. Lily, you must journey to the Black Shroud and assist Professor Mace. Allow me to introduce you to Gumperian. He is my personal manservant and shall accompany you. He is not one for conversation, but his sword arm is amongst the best in all the pillars. He should see you safe if any danger were to befall you, and something else tells me danger lurks on the horizon. It is a pleasure to serve you, my lady. I shall make haste to Quarry Mill, and await you there. Damn, we still have a couple other classes to do their, like, beginning message yet. This is gonna be a long video, I feel. It's taking us this long to get through. And we're not even done with these two yet. But, on the side note, we can't get the Reaper or the Viper. We can get the Dancer yet. We can't get this. There's still the Blue Mage we can finish. Can't get the Sage or the Scholar. The Scholar, I believe, is an offshoot of Arcanist, so we gotta get that one high enough to allow us to be that one, I believe. I think. I think that's how that worked. If I remember right, I think maybe it's not. I think there's one class, I think it's Arcanist, that can split into another combat one or a healer. And I believe it's that one. So until we level up this one, we won't have access to the Staller. And we need to be level 70 to get Sage and the Reaper. And then level 80 for the Pictomancer and the Viper. We'll have to be in Shadowbringer for them. But we'll be able to get them not to the Sage and the Reaper. Not too long. So we need to get the Gunbreaker yet, whatnot. My lady, I have questioned the residents of this hamlet and learned that a party of queerly dressed outsiders passed through but a bell ago. It should not prove overly difficult to find them now. But before we begin, might I ask a moment of your time? I would not dare utter aught ill of my master, but his recent fixation with finding a protege, I believe it ill considered. This passion, however pure, has left him with more than one enemy within the astrological community. Lord Forlimont has seen to this. I fear not only for how his name might be sullied, but for his life. I beg of you, pray do not drag him any further down into this quagmire. Let him quietly dabble in his dream, but let it remain at that, a dream. No good will come of encouraging him. It will only hurt the Viscount and his family. You must remember that while I serve Lord Genecoir, it is his uncle, Count, who employs me. Now, as for the task at hand, I suggest we find the wayward travelers. Hurry back to our respective hearths. I shall lead. Might I ask you take the rear and see that none might take us unawares. Grandfather. These are the Charlians we seek. It appears they have found themselves some trouble. Unhand my grandfather! Mace's granddaughter. Ah, feisty. We'll fetch a fine price for that one from the pleasure barge captains. Soul has spoken. Grab the old man. These wizard types carry on them all manner of gemmed baubles and gold trinkets. Up, or I'll toss you to the snakes. You want to see the old man again? You leave us the girl. Try anything and he's dead. Wait! My father's soul crystal. Why would he leave it here? Surrendering any power he might have had to free himself from those bandits. Unless you're the one he saw in his readings before we left the old world. But that was more than a moon ago. My grandfather cried from the cards that he would serve as the bridge for countless souls to be passed to another. Might you be the other? These men of the forest are careless. Tracking them will be no difficult feat. I shall follow and strike before they have time to regroup in numbers. The stars have spoken and led their path not before you, but before the adventurer here. You must take the soul of the astrologian and place it near your heart. Listen to the tales of those who walked before you, and know their journeys as you do your own. As for the tools you require and the knowledge needed to wield them, I, Liviera, Livia, Livea, Livea, shall see to those matters. You saw there was no fear in my grandfather's eyes when the bandits took him. That is because he has seen you to come to his rescue. Our lives were written in the stars long before we trod upon this land. It is not by chance that you stand here today with the soul of the astrologian in your hand. It is fate. Okay? I love how she's just there like, okay. What does that mean? That's what I get a vibe for that. It's like, what does that mean? I have literally never played an astrologer, so I know enough that they use different cards for different things. Using the actions Astral Draw or Umbral Draw will replace play 1, 2, and 3 with the respective Arcanum, which will be represented in the Arcana gauge. Okay. Well, first things first. What does simple look like? Anything? What does simple look like? It just... Maybe I'll see, but I don't think that's horrible. I don't know what any... Well, I know what a couple of these skills are. I know what the sun is, because that's the heal one. That's the sleep one. Like, shared skills, I understand. But... find it highly unlikely that a sparkling globe will sufficiently protect you from a bandit's blade. Stay back and leave the fighting to me. I've been a guide in these woods since my 10th name day, yet never have I encountered bandits the likes of these. They are not of the Tollswood. Fortune favors the bold. Now listen carefully, for we haven't much time. The star globe which you hold is both your sword and shield. It will grant you strength as well as protection, but most important of all, it will grant you insight into your current location of the stars, enabling you to channel the heavens ether into your body for use in all manner of magics. The better attuned you become with the heavens and their malefic and benefic bodies, the better that ether might be manipulated to bring succor or pain. But, as you already know, the star globe is not the only tool an astromancer has at her disposal. Yes, the arcana, or more specifically, the six major arcana, play a defining role in what type of astrologian you will become. Any layman will tell you that the cards can predict a man's future. This is both true and untrue. It is not the future that a card predicts, but the card influencing the man so that a certain future becomes more attainable. Speaking to tell a man's future, you draw a card from your deck. Upon reading the card, you scry that the man will be victorious in a coming battle. What is it that brings this man his victory but ether tapped from one of the lower six heavens, granting the man strength and making it all that much easier for him to overcome his enemy? Of course, what card is drawn to is linked directly to the target's destiny, as well as yours. Are you the one who will see this man to fortune, or will you lead him to downfall? It all depends on your reading. Normally, I would not dare cover so much in a first lesson, but it is my grandfather who has placed his life in your hands, and I am not about to watch him have his throat slit because you cannot tell the face of an arcana from its back. We have two seemingly capable soldiers here to take the brunt of the bandits' blows. Allow them to carve a trail of carnage, while you convince the stars to nudge the two in a direction favorable to my kin. I understand this must be a lot to digest, but if you are ever to become a capable astrologian, you must believe in the path laid. Oh, somebody's here. I was like, what the fuck just flew across the screen? Uh, you must believe in the path laid out before you, and in your power to read it, follow it, and ultimately control it. Take some time to acclimate yourself to your new abilities, and let me know when you are ready to begin. I'm not at all ready, but fuck this, let's go. I see in your eyes that you are ready. I'm not at all ready, but let's go. Whether that actually makes you ready or not, only time will tell. Time, unfortunately, is something we no longer have in abundance. Let us take to the shadows and find out where these bandits are holding my grandfather. May the stars be our guide. Let's see. Is that a heal, I'm guessing? Yes. And I have heal 2. Lucid Dreaming, I know what that is. Let me move that there. That's what I use. And I'm guessing that's like pain thing, yeah. Bust? This is a card from my grandfather's deck. He's leaving us a trail. Lily, its power is now yours. Your star is in dignity with balance. There are 6 major arcana. We must find the others. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing Ascend is probably Revive. What is light speed? Oh, does this make me faster? Is that what it is? Spell time casting heavy. Oh, okay, I know what it is. Like presence of mind then. Help me, help me! I'm just a little healer. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ow. That hurt me. You have another card? No. Oh, there's still more. Oh, there's an arrow there. Something over here too. Okay. You gonna help me? Okay. I was beginning to think I was just gonna, do all the work. Apparently, I am gonna do all the work. Like, fuck. I just want my card. Sir! Do you not see this thing attacking me? Just give me the damn card. I'm guessing we're going up. Which probably means the arrow is a dead end. Yeah, it looks like this is the dead end, so. Let's go over here and get the arrow. Stars in the dignity with the arrow. What is this then? Arcana Blessing. HP restored via healing magic is increased. Hey, okay. Hey, it's the bowl. Y'all gonna, like, go forward? The Blood Belly Stinger! The Blood Belly! They're all blood bellies. Air, it's an AoE one, okay. Helios is Medicia or whatever? Okay. Good to know. Good to know, and it's in the perfect position too. Help me, help me! Get your fucking blades out, you assholes. We have no tank here because they can't keep aggro over me. I heal and then I get aggro practically, almost every time. Spire. Where's my last card? The last card with him. Oh, it's right here. That was 6, right? So we should have the entire deck now? Oh, you're what? Down your weapons, you cur. You have no choice. What if You had no choice but to release the professor, or meet to the same fate as your men. No choice, eh? What if our choice all along was to cross blades, houseboy? Come closer. Let us end this. Void Scent. The bandit is more than she appears. Don't worry. I got you. Just keep going. Yeah, another one. I was not told there would be two Astrala Legends. Enough of this. I am Umbrian, in the employ of Lord Jennifer. I am sent to escort you back to Ishgard. Are you unhurt, my lord? Jennifer, you say? And where is my former student? His constant pestering is one of the reasons I agreed to make the long trip from the old world. I see none, but Quimperan and this adventurer. I too have seen no other. Just like you didn't see those bandits until their knives were up our asses. But that is of no matter. It was all as the stars have foretold. Yes, I saw this adventurer long before even setting foot on this accursed continent. When the Arcana whispered and told me I would find a worthy successor of my soul crystal. And having witnessed how she eased into her new role, mere moments after taking up the crystal, globe, and deck. Yes, I knew at once my reading was true, and that this adventure was the astrologian I had been seeking. But now, let us see if she has the potential for greatness within her. Look to the skies, Lily, and there you will see 6 stars aglow in pale yellow. This is the bowl. This constellation is thought to be the gate to the first heaven, the heaven which holds the world tree, planted by the matrion, and nurtured by the keeper. The world tree is the source from which all life is said to have sprung. The trunk of the world tree, or the bowl, grants strength to the weak, allowing them to stand firm in the face of adversary. You have now opened that gate, and its power is yours to command. Solid bowl represents a solid foundation. It is not coincidence that this very constellation is risen to mid-heaven at this very moment, the moment of a new astrologian's birth. And to think, I saw of this a moon ago. It seems I am a better reader of fates than I thought. But I jest. It has been a long journey, with more than its share of unexpected excitement. I am an old man, and one does not need a deck of arcana to see that my weary legs will not carry me much longer. Let us make haste to Ishgard, so I may give that ungrateful Jennifer a proper upbraiding. You won't get your ass beat. The bulb blazes in Welkin, unlocking the... I did not even fucking read that. That was way too fast. Oh, did I? Oh, I don't think I... Yeah, I don't think I did Machinist, so I have to put the Machinist ship back on. I didn't add a quick change. Whoopsie. Let's go back and turn these in. We'll make this long. We'll go for the Gunbreaker and the Dancer too, so this is probably going to be like a 3-hour video of us just unlocking the other classes. And doing their first initiation mission kind of thing. I just want to get these done and then I'll come back to them another day when I level them up. And that way, depending on when I level them and whatnot, we can do them like all the missions together or something and not just, you know. General Cornard. 15 summers passed, and still the flippant clod I lost half of my hair tutoring. Sending a venture to find the man you summoned half across Heidelin. Always taking the easy route, and you wonder why you still haven't been able to open the second heaven's gate. Allow me to explain, Professor. You see, I was waiting here in case you made it to Ishgard before my manservant and Lily could locate you. Think of the confusion had you arrived here only to find the Athenaeum empty. Wait, how did you know I haven't opened all the gates? My grandfather is the greatest astrologian in all of Charlian. There is naught he doesn't know unless he doesn't wish to know it. You, of all people, should know that. Perhaps I was hasty in my decision to remain here and see to your training. Train me? You? But what of Professor Mace? Isn't that why he made the journey? My grandfather has already completed his task. He simply came to Ishgard out of courtesy to an old pupil, one who it appears he wasted years on. Wasted? What are you implying, my lady? My dear Livia... Livia? You still do not see it, do you? Without General Cornard stumbling into my tutelage nearly 2 decades past, he never would have taken this adventure under his wing and sent her to us in his stead. It was all as the stars had planned. Your soul crystal, Professor. This adventure has stolen your soul of the astrologian? Ever the unobservant, Gian. If this adventure had stolen my crystal, Levio would have read up some terrible fate for the last. No, Lily is my successor, something I mistakenly thought you might be, but even I cannot see every future, it seems. But do not despair. I have not given up on you completely. Despite your failings, you have tried your best to promote the Charlian school of astrology here in this den of fools who fail to see aught and all beyond the dragon star. I wish to see you continue that fight, and that is why I have bade Liviera to remain here and further your and this adventurer's training. I see. This is all rather overwhelming. Might I have some time to consider your words? No, you either continue your training with me and your protege, or you crawl back to obscurity. I shall give you both several turns of the sun to study the basics of Charlian astrology. It should not be so hard for you, Jenna Cornard, considering you've had a substantial head start. Once you have committed the basics to memory, and then return here. In the meantime, I'll be traveling in Eorzea, searching for locations where Lily and you will unlock the remaining Heaven's Gate. But you were only recently set upon by bandits. Perhaps traveling alone so soon is unwise? Don't you think I know that? That is why you will be lending me the services of your able manservant, Corporan. I will? I will, yes, of course, Lady Evia. Anything for the granddaughter of Charlene's finest professor of astrology. Corporan, you heard the lady. Very good. I shall see my grandfather to the airship landing now. But rest assured that if you neglect your studies, I will know. I'm gonna neglect the shit out of it, because that'll probably be the last healer class I level up. The next one's at 35. Go. Now we have the machinist. Registered. We jumped too much. Give me... well, it'll be 1 second for you, but give me 1 second. Okay. I just had to look at something real quick. For you was seconds. For me... I mean, you can see that... I don't know what time it was when I paused. But you can see the time jump in the top. Let's turn in the machinist one. And then we'll go get the dancer and the gunbreaker. I guess I'll do gunbreaker first, since now I know how to do it. Oh, why am I going this way? It's this way I need to go. Ah, the savior of the steel... the Sky Steel Manufactory. I had hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers consoles me to weary some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with the dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. And I must also pass on a message to you from Ross. He asks that you take the skills he has taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence, and such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, eh, Lily? Thank you! Under the tutelage of Rosh, you learn more skills, or whatever it said. Next is at 35. Let's get out of this noisy ass fucking Sky Steel Manufactory. Okay, so let's jump to Gardania. That will be where we get Gunbreaker. Limsa Yeah, Limsa Lomensa is Dancer. Gunbreaker is actually... Where? It is this one. Okay, I thought it was here, but I was like, why is it the God's Quiver? The making of a Gunbreaker. Oh yeah, let me... Maybe my actual class. Making of a Gunbreaker. Oi, miss! Fancy making yourself useful? Listen close. A gang of highwaymen have been applying their trade round here these last few days, and we're trying to flush them out. They're slippery buggers, though, so we need all the help we can get. That's where you come in. We spotted them lurking in the bramble patch, and we're getting ready to spring our trap. All you have to do is collar anyone who strikes you as a bit shifty and raise the alarm. We'll take care of the rest. So the very first mission of the Gunbreaker, like 2 years ago, I could not play at all. I legit could not figure out how to play it. I kept failing it, and I know why I kept failing it now. Because I did it first try, but part of it was not understanding how tanks work when I tried it. Because I think it was the first tank that I actually like picked up. Because I think I picked it up before I picked up Dark Knight. And I still didn't understand fully everything about a tank until playing now, so... Ah! Out of my way or I'll gotcha! Try me, bitch. Hey there, Conjurer. Phew, that was a close one. Wary swordsman. Hey bud, are you okay? You have my thanks, stranger. And mine. If you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us. It's my fault. I'll be more careful next time. Truth be told, I thought we'd have an easier time of it. On this side of the wall. How wrong I was. To think we could be caught unaware by a gang of common thieves. What's going on? We heard a commotion and... That's one of them! Just like the witnesses described. It's strange they go after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folks carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon that if any of their cronies are out there watching, they'll think twice before crossing you lot again. Still, might be an idea for you to see these travelers to Gridania. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen. Those bandits. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. We barely have a fistful of gil between us, and I have a couple of flums of edged steel strapped to my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill, and they might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. We're in your debt. I am Radovan, and this is Sophie. We traveled here from Ilsabard, far to the north, where once I served as a soldier of Garlemald. Garlemald? I had no choice. My family was taken hostage. While it is true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would never have done so willingly. Although I've freed myself of their shackles, the life I'd known is no more. But that was another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I came to Eorzea in the hopes that I might start anew here. As for me, I also escaped from the Garleans. I was part of a resistance movement until we were all rounded up, or killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me, my family, my homeland. With nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we'd stand a better chance of surviving if we stuck together, and here we are. To see me now, you'd scarce believe I was once served as a personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. I couldn't protect anyone, not even my wife and son. Well, I would have gladly given my life for theirs. It was not to be. Even so, there may still be a use for the skills I spent years honing. Those whom I may yet deliver from harm. That's why I suggested looking for employment as a bodyguard in Eorzea and Gridania. Seems a good place to start. I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us? Gasp! Now hold on, Radovan. That's rather a lot to ask, don't you think? But Lily has what it takes to become a gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen Garlean wielding something similar, but this is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on, or vice versa. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades use ethereal imbued cartridges. When you pull the trigger, the powdered crystal within ignites, releasing the ether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the blade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers. Perhaps you should save the lectures until you've heard Lily's answer? Ah yes, first things first, so are you interested? In exchange for assisting us, I will teach you the art of the gunbreaker. And I was wondering if you might be able to act as a guide. If you'd accept gunblade training as a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share. You need not answer right away, but please, give it some thought. When Radovan's at his best, he's unbeatable. The trouble is, he's not always at his best, as you saw. I think we'd both feel a lot safer with someone like you alongside us. Have you reached a decision? Yes. From this day forth, our fates are intertwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirits of my predecessors will watch over you. Gunbreaker unlocked. Open the outsider's attire. Click on that. I don't want to compare. I want to. Oh, actually, I didn't need to. Let's actually put my warrior set. I forgot, since they're level 60, I technically don't need. I don't need to change gear. My gear that I'm currently wearing is literally the Gunbreaker's level. You need to change some things though, and I don't remember what ones they are. This definitely belongs over here. No mercy, I know. Put that there. This one there. That's there, that's there, that's fine. Demon Slice I think is the one I want there. Camouflage I keep there. I think Demon Slaughter is the one I want. Put there. I don't remember what I put on these other ones, to be perfectly honest. I don't remember what my... Okay, actually, I do remember where this goes. This one I put here. I think I put this over here too, but I don't remember which place. Bashing Fang, I think I put there. I wonder if Danger Zone is the third hit. Can't remember what the third hit is. I don't remember. I'll figure it out as we're playing, but I have the majority of them set up then. Let's get this powder gauge. Simple. Put down over here so we are set. And now let's continue their mission for the first one. This mission took me. It didn't really take me that long. I tried it like 3 times back in the day, and I couldn't figure it out. Couldn't beat it. And I just said fuck it and never touched it again until like a month or 2 ago. So technically this mission took me almost 2-3 years to complete. But just because I never learned how tanks work and whatnot. Now that the Gunbreakers of Eld have yielded a portion of their wisdom, you're ready to take Blade in hand. Rather than spend moons and moons training you, perhaps we had best find employment first. We can use the time between assignments to refine your abilities, but where should we start? Gridania, duh. The Adventurers Guild. Yes, that sounds quite promising. Mother probably has something for you. I suppose we are adventurers after all. Tell me, Lily, are you familiar with this sort of thing? I'm an adventurer. No shit. You'll talk to Mother. Oh my. In that case, we couldn't have found a better guide. Well, there's no time like the present, shall we? We gotta go talk to Mother. Okay. But that's another one we have gathered on our list. And as you see, this one starts at 60. This is actually the one I've been using on my healer because it started at 60. So I didn't have to like level it at all. Adventure. Adventure sounds a lot more romantic than hired muscle. Even though that's essentially what it is. Now that Mother has made us formal members of the Adventurers Guild, we can start accepting assignments. In fact, we've already been given the details of a potential client in need of a bodyguard or two. A man named Lassen Chow is waiting by the Wailing Barracks. Sophie and I will try making our own way there to get our bearings. Why can't more people have names like Sophie? But you gotta have, Ratatatasker. Just be Sophie. I feel strangely at home here. It's not at all like the cities in the Empire. We thought it best to wait for you before we introduce ourselves. You must be the one sent by the Adventurers Guild, yes? Oh, thank goodness, something dreadful has befallen. Well, threatens to befall. The one and only Editha. Editha? Editha? You mean to say you're unfamiliar with the most gifted Harpist who ever lived? Whatever possessed me to hire such uncultured be... It appears my breath would be better spent briefing you on the nature of the request. Before we want to punch you, yeah. A few days ago, Editha received a most unwelcome missive. A death threat, to be precise. At first, I deemed it nothing more than the crazed scrawlings of some harmless girl, but that was until, during a recital, a stone was thrown at her, missing by a hair's breadth. I have, in my capacity as her manager, cancelled all public appearances until the perpetrator can be brought to justice. I fear, though, that my delicate tulip would wither and fail if confined to her dressing room, and she has herself expressed a desire to stroll freely beneath the canopies of Maketio's amphitheater. I see where this is going. You want us to take her for a walk. Is that it? That's all we have to do. We should count ourselves lucky. A threatening letter, a brazen attack in the public place, who knows what will happen next. But she can't stay indoors forever. I say we accept. Splendid! Without further ado, I shall have Edith prepare for her promenade. Promenade? Whatever. I'm running out of breath, I think, from speaking all these quests so much. We'd best proceed carefully. If the culprit knows that Lesson Chow asked the Adventurer Guild for help, they can probably deduce that Editha will be coming out of hiding. We should see if anyone bears a grudge against her, so we know what to expect. and we'd better look around the amphitheater for places where an ambusher might hide. I barely read the quest of this when I got it. So I know how it turns out because I watched the final cutscene, but I don't remember any of this necessarily. So this is kind of new-ish to me. No, Ever, I certainly do. I would consider myself to be one of her many admirers. In all honesty, I do not care for the way some of the others oogle her. If the rumors about Editha receiving death threats are true, one of those lecherous scoundrels must be behind it. Why yes, Editha has been the talk of Gridania since her debut. Her skill as a musician is without question, although I sense that many of her admirers are more interested in her bizarre stage garb. Simpkin. What a name. Oh, Editha, even a moment deprived of her sumptuous harmonies is akin to an eternity of unimaginable torment. When, oh when, will she grace me with her splendor once more? Blech. The fuck? That'll make me gag, dude. It seems like Editha has quite the following. Whether that's due to her musical abilities or eccentric stage persona is hard to tell, though. Oh yes, she's very talented. Lily, have you met Miss Undine? She's a harp Cordius? Like Editha. That poor girl. What is the world coming to that a gifted and beautiful young performer such as her must hide away for the fear of her life? It beggars belief. It must be one of her followers. I've seen the way some of them look at her, and it makes my skin crawl. With fans like that, who needs enemies? So what did the locals have to say? Well, one dude didn't stop talking about her, another one likes her. Yeah, it's an interesting group. Yes, most of them think that one of Editha's admirers is to blame, but I sense there's more to it. I think that until we have more information, we should treat everyone with equal suspicion to be on the safe side. Personally, I'd prefer to carry out a more thorough investigation, but we'd best not keep our client waiting. Once you are ready, let us return to there. Yeah. Appreciate it. Actually, before I start, do I have to actually hit something with it? Oh, it's not letting me counter. Like, I can't see the... One of these is the first part of a combo. Pretty sure, but I guess I have to hit something with it. If I were less Xiao, I would have hired an investigator to catch the villain instead. An agent of inquiry or some such, perhaps. You're hearing so much about Editha, I can't wait to finally meet her. Editha assures me that she will be ready in 2 shakes of a Zai's tail, whatever that means. Ah, my chaperones have arrived! How wonderful! And off she goes. Oh, to finally feel the sun's warming rays. I am reborn. They weren't joking when they called her eccentric. Ugh, all this prancing about is going to draw unwanted attention. We better get this over with as quickly as possible. Sophie, Lily and I will escort her to the amphitheater. Why don't you stay behind with us and Chow in case we need to hurry back? Fine by me. I'll keep an ear out for any signs of danger and come running if you call. Although I was fully prepared to join you in guarding Iditha, and even dressed for the occasion, I will defer to your professional opinion and remain here. But promise me that you will keep my sweet Petunia safe. Leave it to us. Are you ready, Lily? Yeah. La la la. What a beautiful day for a stroll. We only need to escort her to the amphitheater and back, but keep your eyes peeled. I must ask that you refrain from... I didn't read what it said and didn't go into chat. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. La 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 la. And avoid any needless frolicking. The Edith of the nonchalant. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so peaceful and serene. Oh, Gridania is a wonderful place indeed. You should stay a while. I will give it some thought. Is that? It is! It's Editha! Phew. And as you see, that's the system. An unwanted distraction, but perhaps they can tell us why those bandits are after Editha. The whole of Gridania delights in Editha's magnificent melodies. Every other musician pales in comparison. Is it true her music is inspired by all of the wondrous places she's seen on her travels? Editha has only recently begun performing in Gridania and has already amassed a considerable following. I have heard, however, that some of the other Arpiscordians are envious of her success. Of course, Ishtola's sister has interesting information. Hear that Editha has become something of a recluse of late. I do hope she returns to grace the stage once more. I fucked her. She's just a target. You're escorting the lovely Editha? Please allow me to make a record of this day's event. So you get the impression that a jealous rival is the instigator. I do. There she is, with the rabbit ears. Who goes there? Remind you, step away from the girl, nice and slow. I think not. Lily. Don't let them near her. Okay, perfect. I have him in the right combination. These times, the Royal Guard's stance is probably your best option. I'm sure there are others ready to crawl out of the woodwork. I also like how Ishtola's sister just immediately starts helping. She's like, fuck, I got this. Oh, okay, so that's the third. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. That's the third part of the combo. So I need that one over there. You go on ahead. I will hold them off. Thank you, Ishtola's sister. If you require my assistance, do not hesitate to ask. Please take good care of her. There could be more of them, so be on your guard. We must be ready to strike at a moment's notice. Editha, you mustn't run off like that again. Oh, you're no fun. Ah, they never learn. Lily, take the left. What's going on here? Not on my watch. Ouch, that looked painful. Those poor bandits will spoil my day. You can tell this one's cut above the rest. Use a solid barrel to ready a cartridge, and then Gnashing Fang. Yeah. So if you actually pay attention, he's actually telling you how to use your ability. I guess she's just dancing while we, What was that? Leave these ruffians to me. I and the other wood whalers will get to the bottom of this. Enough of this. I'm taking you in for questioning. Not much further. Do you know who could be behind these attacks? No idea. Yes, I think we've gathered that much. What a beautiful day. I missed why he said that. Glad to see the threat of assassination. Okay. That was too fast. It's too quiet. They must be expecting us. My, what a naughty little rabbit. It seems you've wandered too far from your warren. The stage is set for your curtain call, though it costs me a pretty penny to rent the place. This will be the last time you walk all over my stage with those grubby little paws of yours. A masked assailant. I wonder who this could be. This is like the fucking Superman thing. Superman and Clark Kent. Puts on a mask and thinks we can't tell who it is. I want that Talos sauce head on a platter. Save me the bunny ears, though. Or the bunny ears. Remember, Editha is their target. Don't let her out of your sight. So I didn't know how Anemone worked and stuff, so I don't think I used to get them off her when I played before. You'll skin nobody alive, dickhead. Like, bro, I already killed all mine. Can we get yours out of the way? So we can move on to the next part of this fight? Useless. You call yourselves professionals. Looks like it's time to introduce Little Rabbit to my kitty. No matter, we must protect Editha at all costs. See how it shoots out like her ass? I used to not know why it was attacking her, and you have to position her so she's not aimed at her, because otherwise that happens. And they'll get hit. So that's one thing you have to do. That was bent. That's lightning aspected. But we can worry about that later. Try running into them. You get a nasty shock, but we can worry about them later. Okay. Sure, take a hit so she doesn't get hurt by it. But yeah, this tail swing I would always get her hit, so she would almost always die. It was crazy how often she would die when I would play. When I would play this. Yeah, I tried this like 4 times when I first started playing the game, and every time she would die. As you see, she's not even getting touched anymore, so like, how bad was I at playing tank originally? Like, that's all I could think of. It's like, I must have been really fucking bad. What are you waiting for? Kill them! Nope. Come to me. See, that hit her that time. So I wasn't prepared. What's wrong? No more surprises? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm afraid not. And we still have the dancer. This is gonna be over a 3 hour movie. God damn. Did I just say movie? Video. The show's over. Now take off that mask before I cut it off in your face with it. But gasp! Miss Undyne! I might have guessed. But what's Editha ever done to deserve this? That harlot doesn't know the first thing about real music, and she thinks she can steal my fans, my stage, with those appalling outfits of hers. I won't stand for it. I won't! What happened here? Well, there's a little bit this, a little bit that. I'd heard that Odine wasn't exactly a fan of Editha's, but I never thought she'd pay to have her killed. And now we know that the highwaymen to the woods were in on her schemes too. A few days back, they held up Undine's carriage in the shroud, but she made them an offer worth more than the valuables she was carrying. Mind you, I don't suppose there's many of the bastards left after today. You've done us all a good turn, so if you ever need anything from the god's quiver, don't hesitate to ask. Now that the danger has passed, Editha will be at long last able to make her triumphant return to the Mikedo's amphitheater. There's still one thing I don't quite understand. Why did those highwaymen attack me and Radovan in the woods? Maybe it was because of your ears. I imagine Odine told them how much I love wearing my favorite bunny crown. They probably thought you were me. Ho ho! These ones aren't real Viera ears. At least I don't think so. Actually, I was wondering if I might have a word in private with the three of you. But there are 4 of us. Yes, but only if I include you, which I'm not. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Well, I suppose a lady is entitled to her secrets. But before I return to my duties, I wish to express my gratitude for your part in today's events. You have both performed admirably. Now that that pesky manager of mine is out of the way, let's go to the Great Loom Brewery. We got ourselves a diva over here. No, I guess we can just teleport over there. But yeah, I don't know why I had such trouble with when I first started. I guess I really, really did not understand tanks. Because now it just seems relatively easy. So, like, I don't understand what took me so long. So I know I tried it like 4 or 5 times. I would always get to that final fight and then fail it. I haven't the foggiest idea what this is about. What could it be? I'm almost afraid to find out. You risked life and limb to protect me, so I feel it's only fair that I explain myself. One moment, please. Oof. What? It's a sylph. You mean to say she was a sylph from the very beginning? Oh yes. This one feels much more comfortable now. It is fun to use glamours and play the harpsichord, but a little tiring. And this one spent so long in walking one's house. This one nearly died. These ones need the sun's rays to flourish to live. That is why this one had to go outside, even though dangerous ones were all around. This one hopes helpful ones will understand and not tell. Simpering one, listening ones will be sad if this one can no longer play sweet, sweet music. Your secret is safe with us. Yep, we cool. I am ever so grateful. Promise you'll come to listen to my harpsichord soon, yes? He? Not quite the conclusion I was expecting, but a satisfactory one nonetheless. I must say, you've acquitted yourself rather well, Lily. It normally takes a lot longer for novice to grasp the fundamental differences between a gunblade and a regular sword. It took me about 2 years. It was originally developed by my people in the Third Astral Era. The march of the Algian Empire had driven us to the barren wastelands, where even survival was a constant struggle. Our queen, Gunildur, was closely guarded by loyal soldiers known for the unique swords they wielded. These loyal vessels were known as Gunildur's Blades, a name that was abbreviated and applied to the most distinctive of their weapons, the gunblade. Meanwhile, the Algians were developing firearms capable of launching projectiles over great distances. As they were similar in appearance to our gunblades, we referred to these weapons as guns. Excuse me. A term which is now commonplace. So effective were these new weapons on the battlefield, the Queen's Guard decided to specialize in smashing through the enemy line and destroying them as swiftly as possible. Thus did they come to be known as gunbreakers. She's falling asleep. She fell asleep during his history lesson right there. She nodded off. Even after the fall of the Algian Empire, these techniques were passed down to each new generation. My clan are the descendants of Gunhildur's royal guard, although I am all that remains. It is my duty to see that the art of the gunbreaker lives on, even if that means entrusting it to an outsider such as yourself. If you like history lessons, you two will get along like a house on fire. I'd best leave it there for the time being. I don't want to overwhelm the lass. The best learning is done in the field, however. As pleasant as Gridani is, I am eager to see what the other city-states have to offer. Then may I suggest Udal? Their markets have got goods from all over the world, and I'm dying to take a look. Udal it is, then. Sophie and I will go on ahead. When you arrive, seek us out. We shouldn't be hard to find. So I've never progressed past this because I've never had the gun blade past this yet. I think I'm either 61, 62 on my healer. We have to do this one too. I really want to do this one soon. That's gonna take a while, though. That's a really long quest line. If memory serves anyway, it's a rather long one. And I've never fully completed it. The best way to settle in to a new place is to dress like the locals. Well, that's my excuse anyway. You look like a retainer. You don't look like a local, you look like a retainer. It's good to finally get away from that noisy marketplace. Not that this watering hole is much quieter. Still, it's a paradise compared to anything you'll find in Garlean territory. I think he's just in a sour mood because he can't find any work. You're not wrong there, Sophie. I'll keep looking, though. Lily, you'd better train by yourself until we find our next client, which, with a little luck, will be soon. And that's 63 I have to be for the next one. Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna have quite a lengthy video here. Because we still got one more to get. Right. We can't get Scholar, we can't get Sage, we can't get Reaper, Viper. Oh, we could also do Blue Mage. So technically there's two we can do. Because we never finished out of the blue, yeah. I feel we'll do out of the blue later, though. Yeah, level 70 for Sage. Oh, Shelly Dance is right here. Shall we dance? Good madam. Oh, good madam. You can spare a moment, yes? Of course you can. You see, I've just witnessed a performance most marvelous, and I simply must tell someone about it. What sort of performance, you ask? Why, none other than a troupe of traveling dancers hailing from Radz-at-Hon across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotically beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You simply must witness the spectacle for yourself. Just follow this road towards the convent of the Dutiful Sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage they've set up in the square. Let me just change to my warrior, because yeah, this is the sage. So eventually we'll be able to get the sage. But we need like 5 more levels before we can get that in Reaper. Greetings, traveler. Come to see our little show, have you? On behalf of Troop Felsium, I welcome you. My troop mates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't wander too far, the curtain will be rising any minute now. It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores, or so our fearless leader tells us. I've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. Rene, Rana, Rene, maybe Renea. I don't know. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Radz-at-On across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troop Felsium. Today we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies and striking steps of our dancers reach your heart and spirit you away to a distant world. Oh! Yes, just so. Rena, betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance to the last, and let them fall under your spell. Elegant Easterner. My apologies, I did not mean to intrude upon your experience. Ignore my muttering, and enjoy the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day, after all. Do I look elegant like a dancer? I must say, you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? Ah, but do excuse me, I forget myself. Forgive me for not having properly introduced myself. I am Nashmira, principal dancer and leader of Troupe Beosium. Renee, the girl whose performance you were admiring, is my number one student and protege. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored aspirations of stepping on the stage, of losing yourself in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enchanting your audience with your every movement? Not really. Forgive me, I know this is all quite sudden, yet I could not help myself from the first moment I laid eyes on you. I saw, how can I put it, a poise that could only be honed on the field of battle. Yes, there is no doubt in my mind. You would make a fine dancer. I see you're confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant merely to grace a stage, and then there is the art of troupe Beosium. We dance the Kriegstands, a dance of war, so ancient it is said to predate even the founding of our city. Our dancers train primarily in two techniques, each with the applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in tossing throwing weapons, which are the most dazzling in the eyes, and even more damaging to any unfortunate foes they strike. The second is, of course, dancing itself. Perhaps you have already felt it, but it is believed that there are mythical powers to our movements which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, and drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this realm in the calamity's wake, yet there are scars that still go unhealed, and the specter of war still looms larger over the land. If our art of dance might serve in some small way to ease worries and fears, and offer succor to the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide, nothing would bring our humble troupe greater honor, and so did I decide to lead Troupe Felsium on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have come with only two dancers, Renee and myself, and I am still nursing an injury I suffer on the voyage over. My protege is a talented one, but I can hardly ask her to bear the burden of the tour alone, and so I felt compelled to reach out to you. I can assure you that the arrangement would be our mutual benefit. Should you offer us your aid, I will personally instruct you in the art of the Kriegsdance, an art that will avail you not only on the stage, but on the field of battle as well. Worry not, I will not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give us some thought to do give some thought to my offer, and seek me out again should you be so inclined. Dance, dance. Thank you ever so much. I could see you cheering me on to the final curtain call. It's always a bit scary coming to new lands, but that's just makes a successful performance like today's all the more satisfying. I could not help but notice that our fearless leader took an interest in you. While we do not lack for talented dancers, Rene is certainly one of them. None can hold a candle to Nashmira. She is our pillar of strength, our guiding star. You return, friend. Have you taken the time to think over my offer? Yes. Splendid. To tell the truth, I had feared your answer would be no. But fortune smiles upon Troop Felsium today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me Nashmira has handpicked you to join our troupe and become a dancer? Is Rene right? Or is Rene right? I knew it! I haven't been doing this for as long as Mistress Nashmira. Mara? But even I can see that your voice and posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high. You're going to have to work your ass off to outshine Rena Mago. Let it suffice to say that I will be watching both of your careers with great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student her name. Lily Lovecraft. An elegant name indeed. Very well then, Lily. This is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and the memories of generations of our forebears, butterflies of the battlefield who have fluttered their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And of course, you'll also be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead, put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement the pliant fabric accords you. Dancer, unlocked! I'm a dancer now. I'll have to learn on the fly. I've never done this one. I've seen it done, but I've never done it. I don't think I have, because I didn't remember it when I was watching it recently. And I was only half watching. I have trained many a dancer in my day, but I cannot recall ever having seen the crystal take to one of our new recruits so quickly. Truly, there is prodigious talent within you, just waiting to be untapped. I've never seen anything like it either. Why, at this rate, she might even be able to challenge me for the position of Troop Felsium's rising star. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Rene. But yes, with Lily in our ranks, our ultimate goal might at long last be within reach. Wait, ultimate goal? Before that, however, I should share with you the full details of our planned itinerary. As I have mentioned, we have traveled to these shores with two purposes: to share our timed honor art with the Eorzeans far and wide, and in doing so, to do our part to help heal any lingering scars left by the calamity. Limsa here was the first stop on our tour of the realm. This leaves us with 4 destinations: Udal, Gridania, Ishgard, and finally Alamigo. And yet Alamigo remains under Garlean rule, and Ishgard is still dealing with repercussions of the Dragonsong War. I believe it would be best to put off our performance in those nations until we can be certain our presence there will be welcome. And so, by the process of elimination, the next 2 destinations in our tour are all but decided. However, there is another important matter we must attend to before we set off. Finding ourselves a patron willing to sponsor a jaunt across the realm, yes? Precisely. With what little coin remains in our coffers after the long journey, we can scarce afford to put on humble productions like the one Lily just witnessed. We must find someone who will spare no expense in helping us bring our art to every corner of Eorzea. Fortunately, I have learned of someone who might be suited to that role. An acquaintance of mine in these lands, a songstress no less, introduced me to an influential merchant who considers it his life's work to promote daring new forms of creative expression the realm over. The man in question has all but agreed to fund our tour on one condition: we must grace him with a private performance, and he must deem it to be a true artistic revolution, unlike anything he's seen before. An artistic revolution? That sounds like an awfully tall order. Indeed it is. After all, an aesthetic of such renown has surely found or seen a Near Eastern dance or two in his day. So I asked myself, what could we possibly show this man that would truly awe and inspire him? Long did I struggle to come up with an answer, but no longer. Lily, you will take the stage with Rene and transform into a full-fledged dancer before this man's very eyes. Yes, I call it a flower blooms on the battlefield. Huh? Yes, yes, it is all coming to me now. For the final act, Rene here will play the role of a formidable foe, unleashing a fearsome array of steps and twirls against you. You'll fend them off, retaliating with flourishes of your own, in a dramatic dance battle for the ages. Lily and I taking the stage together? My tail is tingling with excitement just thinking about it. And through our battle, we'll show our would-be patron that our art is more than just for show. Why, it's positively perfect! I know it's your first performance, but you needn't worry. Ashmiya, I will be right there with you. And I will be right there with you. Just follow our lead, let the music carry you, and I'm sure our performance will knock this bigwig merchant's socks off. Rene speaks true. I would not have invited you into our ranks if I did not know you were capable of what I asked, and so, let us not delay any further. Our audience awaits us in a place called, Costa del Sol. Oh god, it's Gigi Ruja. I was wondering if that's who it was. Gigi Ruju, or whatever his name is. He always has dancers around him, that's why I assumed it was him. Oh, I just noticed. I already have the dancer skill things down here because I carried it over from another. So they're already simplified and down here. The success of our Eorzean tour, and perhaps the very future of our troupe as a whole depends on what this fellow thinks of us. You bet I'm dressed for the occasion. Yep, you changed quickly. Excellent. My two rising stars are here. We can finally get the show on the road. But first, we should pay our respects to our patron-to-be, Master Gigi Ruju. Come with me. Master Gigi Ruju, however you say it. It is a pleasure and an honor to be invited to your lovely estate. I am Neshmera, leader and principal dancer of Troupe CM, and I stand before you today with two of my most promising proteges. Yes, yes, welcome and all. That thou take me. Is that you, Titan's Bane? Moonlighting as a dancer these days, are you? I must admit, I thought adventuring was more lucrative than that. Mind you, when you're as wealthy as me, the best is a given. No, I won't be content with merely a masterful performance. I want to see something daring, something profound, something the likes of which this realm has never seen. I trust you're up to the task. We would let your eyes be the judge of that, Master Gigiruji. For today, Costa del Sol will be the venue for the inaugural performance of Troupe LCM's newest production. I call it A Flower Blooms on the Battlefield. I like how he's like, Titanbane, is that you? This is our chance. If we win over Master Jijiruji, our coffers will be flowing over. Break a leg out there, Lily. Or, not literally, of course. Fear not, Lily. I will guide you every step of the way. Cast your worries from your heart. Let your body be as one with the music, and all will be well. Very first performance, and already you're taking center stage. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Your first opponent will be a training mannequin designed specifically to hone an aspiring dancer's skills. Breathe deeply, move with purpose, and it'll be a breeze. At the same time, always remember that the Craig's dance is a dance of war. I know you're among friends here, but I want you to imagine yourself on the battlefield, leaping and twirling through a legion of foes. Now, let's knock this Master Gigi Ruju out of his 100,000 gil stocking. I'm ready when you are. That's it. Let fire in your eyes. This is the chance of our lifetimes. So let the same pass and burn in your heart, and hold nothing back. Let the curtain rise. You still lack for experience, this I know, but take heart, for I have crafted this performance specifically to draw out your innate talent, step by precious step. Follow my lead, and you will feel yourself transforming into a full-fledged dancer before you know it. Lose yourself in the music, let the passion in your heart take over, and you will move as you have never moved before. Yes, you are the flower on this battlefield, and today you will blossom. See if I can do it. Are you ready, Lily? First, you want to execute what we call close position and choose me as your partner. Once you've chosen a partner, you'll be able to invigorate them through dancing. Are you ready? Trust me. Follow my lead and Jujubee will be all but putty in our execute a closed position. What is a closed position? Come now, execute a closed position. Choose me as your partner and let the show begin. What's taking so long? I came to see a show, not whatever this is. Shush! I don't know what that is. That's just second wind, that's not anything. Standard step. Close position is skill. Don't know. Oh, we get like a heal skill. Dance partner, okay. I didn't see that. Splendid. Now let's show Jujubee what you can do. Our apologies for the delays, Master Juju. Without further ado, beloved as our flower blooms on the battlefield, finally it's time. This had best be all I've heard it to be. Phew, no pressure, huh? Alright, let's begin with the basics. Ants proper steps. Execute a double standard finish. Make 2 standard steps and then top it off with a double standard finish. 2 standard steps. Then a double finish. Interesting. That's standard step. So what? Something here. Skills change when you have that, but I don't know. I don't know what skill they're asking about. Also, I need to move some of these other skills, though. Let's see. And this one changes as well, so let's put this one over here. Curing Waltz and Shield. Probably not. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to move it. Let's see what happens when we use it here. Ew, there's a standard finish, so... Every step can be executed with purpose. Okay, I think I see it. This is most famous troops. It all seems so terribly ordinary. Commence your dance, standard, and then top it off. Okay, so... It's saying something like this. Like... Yeah. Is not what they're saying. Double standard finish. Just now. Make 2 standard steps and top it off with. So let's see. What does the skills actually say? Oh, by the way, let me do that so I don't have to do that. Actions change to standard finish while dancing. Only standard finish, on the guard, curring waltz, and shield. Step actions, roll actions, sprint, and limit break can be formed while dancing. This skill does not share a recast time. Okay, but what is... See if any... Say something about a... Finish. Oh, I wonder if it means... is there one that... Ah, it means a combo, okay. Oh, so this is the famed... I was saying, perhaps. Okay, that's it. Can you feel the power welling up within you? Now it's my turn. So it's talking about combos. Gotcha. Can you feel the strength surging with you? Just like this, you and your partner inspire. But we're just dancing. We're just getting warmed up, aren't we? Jijiruji wants to see more, so go ahead and show him what you've got. Dance the steps and then execute a double finish, okay. Am I copying her? I don't know. Simply astounding. I never knew the Eastern dance was... not bad at all. But you show me more. More, I say. It would seem Master Jiju has warmed up to you. Next, show him what you can do with this mannequin here. Behold, Master Jijuru, my protege will now put on a show with this dancing doll. Watch as she fends off its magic attack. Oh, nothing like a good battle, would it? Okay. Beat the dancing. Rude! Need to, like, figure out... I need to figure out how, like, combos work in this thing. Elegant and deadly. Yes, I do believe I approve. Do not forget standard steps. Dance your dance, and not only will you strike your foe, but invigorate yourself. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to learn how. If I play this at all, this is very confusing. I'm just kind of going with the flow at the moment. That's what I call dancing. What's next? The show will go on, yes? Alright, Lily. We have Master Rijuju's right where we want him. It's time for you and Rena to take the stage together. I trust you're enjoying Duel of two dancers, you say. Now that's what I came to see. Come, my lovely, sweep me off my feet. Are you ready, Lily? The final act will be performing together. Can you keep up with me? Probably not. I can barely keep up the dances right now. No. Neither you nor Master Riju can resist my charms. I just look away and I can, bitch. The movements grow quicker even as I watch. I've only begun to fight. Ow! Rude. Such beauty. No. I refuse. I refuse, ma'am. Well, looks like someone's feeling comfortable out there. My eyes are blinded by the sheer beauty. I don't know what my skills do, so I'm just kind of like using whatever combos they allow me to. Raging waves crashing ashore. And a whirlwind is ripping through the sky. Owie! It hurts. just because I don't know how to do anything. You're rude. You're rude, man. Aren't inconceivable. I've never seen anything like them. Felt like a chicken with my head cut off. Are you sure that was your first time up on the stage? I could swear I was watching a veteran up there. I couldn't take my eyes off you for a moment. Yeah, thanks for the props, but I was fucking bumbling there quite a bit. But hey, my moves were nothing to sneeze at either, right? Of course, all the flashy lights were just for show. I set them up beforehand, just to liven up our performance, you know? But enough about me. This was your day to shine. If that meant me playing the villain for the day, so be it. I'm just proud to have played my part in helping your talents bloom. Now that was a sight to behold. A bold young woman taking on one fearsome foe after the next, and transforming into a masterful dancer before my very eyes. Yes, I do believe I've not seen anything quite like it. Words do us great honor, Master Jijiruji. Might we also count on you to loosen your purse strings and sponsor Troop Felsium on our tour across your fair realm? Hmm. It is true, of course, that your troupe deserves a far wider audience, and yet your performance moved me so that I just couldn't bear to part with you so soon. I must say, I found myself particularly smitten with the young kitten who played the villain's role. Rihanna, was it? Perhaps I could interest you into signing a contract to be one of my personal dancers. I can promise that it would be a lucrative one. Well, why, you flatter me, Master Gigi Ruju, but I fear I'm still in training, and I can't very well leave Miss Nashmiar's side until our tour is complete. Is that so now? No, no, this simply won't do. Why, I'm afraid your rejection has so devastated me that I simply don't have it in me to fund your little excursion after all. You can't be serious, you gave us your word. You won't take no for an answer. Whatever should we do, Lily? You are altering the deal. We can do this the easy way, or... You already promised, and you know who I am. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Stop looking at me like that. You're scaring me. I say, I never took you dancers to be such a bloody serious lot. I've been told me to express how utterly enthralled I was by your peerless performance. You have provided me with precisely the sort of bold and audacious artistic revolution I sought. As per our deal, I am more than happy to offer you the financial backing you so clearly deserve. We are most grateful, Master Jijiruju. Truly, your aesthetic sensibilities are matched only by your boundless generosity. By your leave, we shall begin preparing for our forthcoming performance in Udall. Well, wait, I mean, if I may make just one small request. I ask not that you sign an exclusive contract, only that one of your sojourn here as my honored guest and entertain me for a spell. In return, in addition to my patronage, I promise that I will deliver you a personal letter of recommendation to the syndicate on your behalf. Well, I do believe that sounds like a mutually beneficial arrangement. In that case, Master Jijiruju, you may have pick of any of my troop, excepting Lily, of course. Then the deal is done, yes. I would be more than content with the lovely Miss Rihanna here. Leave the negotiations with the syndicate to me. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing every move in your repertoire. The pleasure is mine, Master Jijiruju. And please, introduce me to your personal dancing girls as well. I'm sure there's so much they could teach me about the art of dance in Eorzea. Phew, I was worried there for a moment. But all's well that ends well. I'll go and share the good news with the others. Pray come along if you'd like. He was like, I will not do if I don't steal you away. Oh fuck, Titan Bane's is pissed off. Nope, you're good. I'm not exaggerating, friend. That was the first performance. That was a first performance for the ages. Neshmira's eye for talent has never led us astray, but I had no idea you'd realize your potential so quickly. Bravo, I say, bravo! When Master Jijiruju started insisting on taking Rena from us, I thought all our efforts were for naught, but it seems we've come away with everything we bargained for, and then some. And it's all thanks to you. It really was quite remarkable how he changed his tone after you gave him just a single glance. Clearly, you possess remarkable powers for a persuasion. He just knows who the fuck I am! At any rate, I suppose a short sojourn here could benefit us all. Rena seems eager to get to know the dancers here, and I must attend to the administrative tasks before our next performance. In the meantime, why don't you put your newfound skills to the test? I suspect you'll be quite pleased with how well they serve you. And again, it's 63 before you get another one. And now, I could go to the blue, but we're already almost closing on 4 hours, not 3, 4. We'll have to squeeze in getting the blue mage at some point. Maybe we'll wait. Maybe we won't even bother squeezing in the blue mage yet, and we'll get the blue mage when we hit to level 70 and get the sage and the reaper. That way we have another video of just gathering the classes again. I'll definitely gather the blue mage before we gather the viper and the pictomancer, because that means we have to be in like mid-ish to end Shadowbringer to get to level 80. So that's way further off than what I planned. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't want to keep this video going anymore. So I'll decide what we do in the next one. See ya.